Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, Finding Steve McQueen. Interesting. So, I don't know, it's about a group of guys from Ohio who are thieves who try and steal $30 million of contributions, blackmail money from the president. I don't know. Something like that. Nothing like the title suggests. I thought they'd be looking for Steve McQueen. But Forrest Whitaker's in it, William Fichtner's in it, Jake Weary's in it, and that's all I know. But IMDb has it at a 6.2, which isn't bad. 2,000 people have viewed it. So I'll get into it. It's only an hour and 31 minutes, and determine what it's really about, and then ultimately tell you what I think. So stick around. I'll be back. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in. We're watching Finding Steve McQueen. We're at the 49-minute, 42-second mark. The reason it's called Finding Steve McQueen, our main character dressed and wanted to be Steve McQueen. And that's, I think, why it's called that. John Baker, I think, is his name, or one of those names. He has a couple aliases, but the story is told from him sitting with his girlfriend in like a diner. And this is right in the beginning, so it's not a spoiler or anything like that. He's coming out to her that he's not who he says he was. He's been dating her for 7 years, and it's been a lie. So he's going back in time and retelling the story of how him and some other guys robbed his bank in California. So, like I said, they're from Ohio. Small time, I think. They don't show much history, but there's a little nefarious activities from this group, they invite him along as like a driver in a sense, but they want to rob this bank in California that has President Nixon's dirty money in it, so money that he's using to buy people off or whatever, but it's like dirty money. So they think if they rob this money, nobody can come after them because nobody should know this money exists. So that's the whole plot. They're trying to break in, and I think I said it's $30 million, and they're going through this entire heist. Forrest Whitaker is like a detective. Not too much about him right now, but I believe he's like leading the hunt to find these people. And it seems like it goes 7 years so far, because that's what he says. They've been dating, him and the girl have been dating for 7 years, and after the robbery, I would assume. So that's where we are. It is pretty entertaining. I like it. I like the characters in it. Billy from Entourage. If you've seen Entourage, he is in this. I'll get his actor name at the credits, but he's in it as well. So not major stars. Forrest Whitaker, of course, won an Oscar, but that's okay. I think it's shot really well. It's pretty interesting. It's a heist movie. It's like Ocean's 11 kind of a sense, but it's fun. I like it so far. So I'm going to get back into it. Probably we'll see at the credits because we're almost through. It's only an hour and 31 minutes. So we'll see where it goes from here, and I'll give you my final thoughts. But so far, so good. I'll be back.
God bless you.
Hey everybody, we're at the credits of Finding Steve McQueen, and I enjoyed it. I think it's, when you watch it, you kind of see it like a B film, you know what I mean? Like it's no major actors in it besides Forrest Whitaker, and you can kind of tell, but I thought it was enjoyable. Here's the thing that I didn't know, was that it's based on a true story. So this really did happen. The United Bank of California, I think, was the bank that got robbed. One of the biggest bank heists in United States history at the time, I think, is what it was. And they end it with actual pictures of Harry. His name was not John Baker; that was an alias, Harry Baker, and Steve McQueen and stuff like that. So, and they give you a little blurb on what happens. So the movie is all about this heist, right? But in with that heist is the love story between him and his girl, and that's who he's telling everything to. His girlfriend that he's had for I believe 7 years, that doesn't know anything about it, so he's just relaying this information to her, and but it kind of turns a little bit into a love story, I think. At least that's the way they make it seem in the final scene, which was fine. It wasn't over the top. It was really more about the heist. I think they could have done a little bit more. Normally, short movies like this is usually perfect. I think they could have done a little bit more. I think they could have went a little bit more depth with the characters and with their relationship and stuff like that. And I still enjoyed it, but I think that's probably all that was needed here to push it over the top to be a really, really good film. I do have a thing that I didn't like was, as I said, they give you the blurbs at the end of what happens to this character afterwards. They leave out the part about his relationship with his girlfriend. They leave that out. I don't know why. And when you watch the movie, you'll know what I mean. It's not a spoiler alert or anything like that. They just don't touch on it. Like, what happens after the film, why wasn't that there? They did this and they built this thing, and then they leave you hanging in a sense, I think. And it's not that big of a deal. It's not that detrimental to the film, but that was one thing that irked me a little bit. But otherwise, I enjoyed it. A little bit about some nice cars. There's a Pontiac GTO in it, which is pretty cool. He talks about his Mustang that he had, that kind of stuff. So, I think people who know Steve McQueen and watched his movies might enjoy this. I don't know. Maybe not. But I enjoyed it. It was nice little find here for like a movie that probably not a lot of people heard of. So if you like heist movies, I think this one's pretty good. It's not over the top. Like I said, I compared it to Ocean's 11 before, but it's not like that intricate where they had this whole elaborate scam on how they're going to get the money out of the vault kind of thing. I mean, there is some thought into this, but it's not like that piece of it. And I liked our main character, the guy who played Harry. I thought he was really good. I'm going to see if I can get his name for you real quick. Nope, can't do it. All right. So anyway, I'll put it in the link bar in the comments below so that you know who the actor was. But there you go. That's what I got. Check it out. If you like heist movies, I think you'll enjoy this one. It's not that bad. And if you do, let me know what your thoughts are, because I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.